The social dilemma. Hey everybody, Chef Katrina here. Welcome to the Chef's Table, and we're talking the social dilemma. And I will absolutely say I think this is a good topic for today, and what we're talking about, and what we're doing online, and how we're using this whole tool called social media. Why the heck would you want to come on here and do a Facebook Live? Why would you want to go and do a YouTube Live? Why would you want to possibly broadcast yourself anywhere on social media? What is the true intent and purpose of this? So my name is Chef Katrina. You're here at the Chef's Table, and today we're talking the social dilemma. It's actually quite interesting. There's a Netflix special going on right now called The Social Dilemma. If you haven't watched it, I do highly recommend you watch it. And I will say this, there's a lot of different perspectives around this particular topic in general about, what is it? How are we using it? Is it something we need to be made aware of? Is it something we don't need to be made aware of? And the reality is that when we talk about marketing for a business owner, when we talk about how are we presenting ourselves or representing ourselves as business owners, we have a responsibility in our marketing. We have a responsibility for how we show up. We have a responsibility for what we say. And we're using this mediums actually as a marketing tool. If you think about what it is that we're actually doing, social is us being interactive and engaging, right? Social is about us connecting with one another, learning about one another, seeing what's going on in the world. So social is us just connecting together as human beings. One of the big things I'll tell you right now is I'm not a big fan of the word social distancing, because social is bringing people together. And when you're asking us not to come together, I actually think it's more detrimental psychologically wise. Because you're telling us that we shouldn't be meeting, we shouldn't be talking, we shouldn't be having conversations. Physical distancing makes more sense for the time period we're in. Yes, you want a physical distance between us. I get that. But social is the hub of our society. It's what we do. We have social gatherings. We get together. We have conversations. We learn to have debates about what we do. So really, it's important that we understand that the word social means a get together. It means maybe not sharing same ideas or similar ideas, but having conversations around things that are important to us, right? Things that are maybe not so positive and things that maybe are a little more positive. So when we talk about the social dilemma, when we talk about our responsibility as marketers, we have a responsibility to be marketing. Social media, social marketing, social anything really, it's about connecting people in the right fashion or right manner. So when we talk about social media is a way of communications, but media, if you look at how we've been using it, television is a media, newspaper is a media, magazines are media. Anything that we can read or get to know more about is a form of media. It's actually a form of communication, whether it's propaganda, whether it's real news, fake news, whatever that is. Media is a way we transmit information. Well, so when we talk about being on social media, this is really nothing more than an advertising platform. In reality, it's connecting people together and then giving businesses and corporations and small business owners an opportunity to connect people and put products and service in front of them. This is just one of the largest media platforms in the world. But the truth is that we put our content on here for free. Right? I don't make any money by putting this information up here. I don't make any money in sharing what's going on in the world. That's not what gets done. Medias like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all of these control what goes out there. What am I saying? What am I talking about? How it's going to get received? Who's going to see it? They're all controlling that for me. So really, I'm at the mercy of a media channel for how my message gets communicated. So when you're looking about how you're communicating or growing or building a business, whether it's a network marketing business, whether it's a home-based business, whether it's a brick and mortar business, whether it's an online business, these mediums are nothing more than a way for you to communicate your message about what it is that you do. And it always fascinated me that we've been told not to tell people what we do, or we should talk about our companies or our business. But the reality is that in order for people to understand what we do, we have to tell them. We have to let them in and give them a sneak peek or even remind them. We're bombarded by media every single day. We're bombarded by media channels like Facebook. We're bombarded by media channels like television, Netflix. These are all media channels that are the whole purpose is to grab your attention, keep your attention, and then sell you products and services. That is the whole point of media. So when you talk about what is social media or social marketing is the ability to get in front of a large group of people that have amassed on a particular platform and have their attention to be able to market, persuade, influence, and direct their point of view through a form of media. We talked about this in the world of television. When television first came out, it was used as a persuasive tool to get you to buy things, to believe things, to invest in things. Social media is no different. This is just another form of marketing that we have at our fingertips. I mean, really seriously, why are we on the internet right now anyways, unless we are here for either education or entertainment? There's truly no reason for us right now, even for me, to be sitting here on social media having a conversation with you if it wasn't to educate you and or by entertaining you. That's the whole purpose of how media gets used. So we are in a time period right now where education is key. Understanding how to use the tools of social media is key. Understanding how we are using these tools, right? Because we become users of media, but we're more at the mercy of it in a lot of respects. If we can't turn it off, if we can't put down our phones, if we can't delete ads because we're afraid of missing out on something, that is a great persuasive tool that media has used to keep our attention. So the question is where do you want to put your attention? Do you want to focus it on what's important to you? Do you want to limit the amount of time you're on media so that you can do your business and do what's important to you and go out and meet other people and have different conversations? That's really the question around this. So I was in a conversation yesterday with a group of entrepreneurs, probably about a couple hundred of them, and we were talking about really what's the purpose of marketing, right? And for me, the purpose of marketing is nothing more than be able to communicate what it is I do such that you come to me and we continue to have a conversation, whether it's a conversation for you to buy a product or service, or it's a conversation to learn more about what I do. But marketing is nothing more than a tool, a way to get in front of more people, to have them come to you and find out what it is you do. The conversation, learning to have business conversations, learning to be able to listen for what's important to your customer really is way more important than the marketing that you do. And I think this is often missed when we talk about attraction marketing, when we talk about online marketing, we talk about internet marketing. We think attraction marketing is us putting out somebody else's products or services and that people are just going to buy willy-nilly without having to have any more information. When the reality is that people are attracted to individuals that are willing to invest in them, pay attention to them, and have conversations with them. If you really want to build a successful foundation for your business, especially as a network marketer, the first thing you actually have to learn how to do is have conversations. Once you start mastering and learning how to have conversations, then you're going to introduce the world of marketing, because marketing is going to bring more people to you so that you can have more conversations, so you can get more no's, you can get more yeses, but it doesn't happen in a box. It happens because you're using tools like social media, a media channel, to convey your message of why people should reach out and talk to you. So it's really interesting how much we've flipped it, but I've always said, ever since I've discovered social media, and I've said this over and over again, and it's actually kind of come up in conversation, I'm not a huge fan of social media, but I love it as a business marketing tool. And once you understand that this is a marketing tool and that you as a user are nothing more than somebody that's getting in information and should be able to make a decision for yourself, whether you're going to need this product or not need this product, need this information or not need this information. When you understand that you always have a choice and you don't have to do what's recommended next in your life, you start to understand that this is something that you control, that this is something that you don't have to answer to on a dime, that you don't have to respond to. There's a lot of information out here in the world today, and really having you choose what you want to learn from it is the bigger piece. So the social dilemma, I call this because I just watched the show on Netflix. I do recommend each of you watch it just to have a better user perspective of how social media is being used against you or for you, depends on how you want to look at that. And then also be responsible as a network marketer and how you're using these tools. How are you conveying your message? And it's the more secretive and hidden you are about what it is you do, I think you actually start turning people away, because it has the opposite effect, honestly. So I know today's conversation is a little bit heavier. It's a little deeper. It's a little more psychological. It's a little more in your face around what it is that you're doing online. But I want to be truthful with you. And I told you I'd be authentic with you, that I'm not just here to do a hype, rah, rah. There are times when we need to understand the mediums that we're on and how they're being used for us or against us. And we have to be responsible as marketers and network marketers, how we're conveying our message and what it is that we want to be known for, and how do we want to be known or seen on these channels. So whether you're watching here live on YouTube or you're joining me here on social media in general, it's really up to you. But I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for jumping in every day on the Chef's Table and saying, hey, thank you for showing up and sharing this information for us, because this is not just business, it's understanding how businesses run. And that for me is the key element for why I show up and why I train at the Chef's Table every day. And over the next couple of weeks, I'll be bringing some guests on for the Chef's Table and introducing you to different ways of how you can use these tools, and how to be smarter about it, and how to start having conversations that actually impact and make a difference, as opposed to just kind of letting and being at the mercy of, I guess you could say, of social media. So I'm out to transform that and change that. And I'm out to change the mindset of how we use these incredible tools. So with that, everybody, I hope you're having a great day. It is a Friday. We are joining into the weekend. So I will see you guys at the next Chef Table, 8:30. Monday through Fridays when we jump on here. So jump on, schedule this on your calendar, and I'd love to have these open conversations with you about what it looks like to build your business in a digital age, a digital marketing age, and just how it impacts your customers and your business for what we do. With that, I hope you're all having an amazing day, and we'll talk very soon. Have a good one, everyone.